Hello and welcome to Dad's Our Job podcast. This is your host Adam Leatherbarrow and I'm joined by Rob Horton and Mark Wright.
Hello, Mark.
Sorry, Callum. Callum, how you getting on, mate? You good?
Yeah, I've just come off one of my lookalikes.
Mark Wright looks like you.
Yeah.
Would you look like Mark Wright?
It depends. It all depends on who's older. Who's older?
Mark Wright, isn't it?
I think he's probably older than you, mate. Yeah.
I'm going to Google it. Hold on. Adam, you tell the story while I Google it.
So basically, we're here in the Cinnamon Tree in Halstead for our Christmas meal out. We're having a nice curry and nice Indian. We've just ordered, just bashed 3 poppadoms away, and a couple come up to us and. Who's the front of house? The front of house guy has come up and said, "Excuse me, is it all right if we can disturb you?" Yeah. I'm like, well, why? Like, we're just three dads doing a podcast in Halstead. We can't be that famous. Someone's actually come up and asked for a picture of Callum and mistakenly thought he was Mark Wright. And when they realised he wasn't Mark Wright, their faces just dropped.
To be fair, this has happened to Callum on a plethora of occasions, so this is not the first time he's been mistaken for Mark Wright.
I wouldn't mind having his money.
Always misses.
He's got a lovely missus. I knew you were going to say that, Adam. You dirty stop now. Ever you're lovely. Also, disclaimer, I did not bash any poppadoms. I ate my poppadoms. I don't bash my poppadoms. I eat them.
You didn't smash them up. You didn't poke your finger in them.
You said
Heather is obviously much better than Mikel Keegan. 1,000,000%.
Yeah, we have to say that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Heather's had no work. Mikel, I'm sure. Mikel? Who's Mikel?
Mikel Keegan.
Thinking about Mikel Arteta, right?
Yeah. That's because I've got a lot to say about it.
Yeah, Mikel Arteta's face on Michelle Keegan's body. That's Mikel Keegan.
Well, can I just say, unfortunately, I actually do look like Mark because he's 2 years older than me. However, he's actually only 12 days. His birthday's 12 days after mine. How is that? Yeah, he's born in January as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe you were separated at birth 2 years between.
I mean, he is a good-looking bloke.
So his star sign's arsehole as well, is it?
I don't actually know if he comes under Capricorn because where the month splits, but
I ain't got a clue.
Is he on the cusp? Oh, is he on the cusp? Is he Sagittarius in Capricorn?
I think I'm going to say he's a Capricorn.
Okay.
I'm throwing it out there, Capricorn.
When's his birthday?
20th.
20th. Yes, it'll be before, won't it? So.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Pod so far, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Star signs, astrology. See, we cover all grounds on this podcast.
Alright.
So, how's your week been, guys? All good?
Yeah, not
Looking forward to his curry, though. To be fair, I must admit.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, nice quiet night with the lads. Christmas party, chill. Let's bring a whole laptop, 2 mics, do a curry paste, and
there's a couple of
there's a whole football team sitting there over there at the back. Got the subs ready to come on.
There's a couple opposite us having a romantic meal, and we're out here with our microphones on the table,
trying to whisper into the mic so no one hears what we're saying.
Yeah, we're not uncomfortable at all, are we?
No. I'm chilled, mate. I'm having a great time. I am not uncomfortable at all. Apart from that, I have to keep leaning over talking to the mic. That's the only annoying bit.
Do you want me to worse that romantic couple looks like they're having a domestic at the moment? But we won't go into that.
Oh, I thought they were having a very lovely meal until we turned up.
We'll video and tell you what's going on later.
Right, so we were in this feng shui of the evening. So,
yes, we've already moved tables once because we was a bit worried about being front and centre in the entire restaurant. But now we've got a nice private booth in the corner.
Centre of the restaurant with our microphones. Callum was having none of it. He's like, no, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
No, let's have our meal and then we'll do it at 12 o'clock when we're finished.
All I do is eat my onion bhaji and go home. That's it. I didn't order no onion bhaji.
Oh, see, you were too excited about a podcast, you forgot your order.
Can I just say, one of our segments tonight is Adam wants us to tell you lot what our bloody order is. What's all that about?
Well, we're on a night out, aren't we, boys?
I don't think
Lads.
I don't think your dad or my dad's going to care what we're going to have for dinner.
No, my dad would care. My dad would want to know exactly what I'd be having.
Are you guys
what sides I'd be having.
Right. Are you a Smithy and do you share or do you not?
With my wife, yes. With you guys, no.
No, I don't share either. Order what you want. Although I'm going to call to order now.
Go on,
Get focused, guys.
what's Smithy's order, if you can remember it?
I'm not going to lie to you. I'll probably only watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes of the whole thing.
Don't give it all that. Are you doing the repeat of Gavin and Stacey from episode 1, series 1, leading up to Christmas Day?
I've seen a Christmas episode about 400 times, and the only other one I've seen is when she only eats steak.
Oh yeah,
That's the only
3 steaks ban.
That's it. Yeah, that's the only one I've ever seen.
I'll be honest, I can't stand it. Kelly and
You
Danny.
got a post on your wall. What are you talking about?
Oh, listen, Kelly and Danny love it, right? And
I think it's great.
I thought that woman asked if it was Smithy.
that's happened.
I'm so glad there's no Harry Potter fans in here because I look like Ron Weasley at the minute.
No, I can't stand it. I can't stand Stacey. She makes me want to hurt myself.
Yeah, but she's Welsh.
And, that doesn't mean anything. I don't care what, it doesn't mean that it's not because she's Welsh I can't stand her. I just can't stand her. She is the most annoying person in the world. And the only episode I can actually remember is the one when they go partying in Wales, and that is quite funny. But it's ruined because Stacey's in it.
So you prefer Gavin?
No, I just
You prefer Gavin and that's it. Just leave it. Gavin and blank.
No, the only character I actually invested in is I think he's the one with the unfortunate name, and he learns Welsh to try and pull Welsh girls. That's the only character.
Oh, Dino.
Dino. All right.
Dino. Yeah.
Dino is the only character I care about.
I actually had this
Who
conversation.
the Die Hard fan is, because I don't know who Dino is, but
I'll watch it.
He actually learns Welsh for the weekend, and I think that's incredible.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with Kerry literally 2 nights ago about Dino, and I said actually I think him coming into it ruins it. But obviously you like Dino. So.
I think Dino's great, but also Dino is a character from Horrible History.
Yeah, that's right.
So I am also a fan of him as an actor. So that's probably my bias.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and Horrible Histories is great.
So, sorry, we've gone completely off topic here. But how's your week been, guys? Been all right?
Yeah, it's been busy, but from a family perspective, it's been pretty good. Last week I wasn't on the pod, so I'm doing you a favour. Last week I was on the, I wasn't on the pod because I was working, but during that week I went to, I did, what was it called? I did the Polar Express experience with my kids.
Oh yes, how was that?
That was awesome. It was really good, and it was nice because like the kids were obviously fully invested, and Elaine had a great time. But for Danny, it was really cool because like it was the whole Christmas shebang, and Danny was like, it was nice to see that Danny still cares that much about Christmas like that.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And there was a bit when the conductor was like, "We need someone who believes," and Danny put his hand up and he had to like shout, "I believe," really loud. And it was pretty cool, so he did that. And then I had a good time as well, obviously. And then yesterday, it was Alea's nativity, and she'd been telling us for weeks that she was like Mary, and then when it came to truth that she wasn't Mary, she was an angel. And I think in the end she was a star, but she was actually a star because when she sang Away in the Manger, she was the loudest kid in the room, about 2 lines ahead of everyone else and not in time with the music, but she was living her best life. So it was really good just to see her kind of like having such a good time.
she wasn't born to be in the background, mate. She's front and centre, that kid.
She was definitely in the front row. But yeah, no, she had a really good time. So yeah, it's been quite a nice week, busy with work, and I'm looking forward to, this is my last working weekend before the Christmas holiday, so then it'll be starting to wind down and get ready for the fun. So yeah, what about you, Cal?
Me, well, we went up to London. So, let me tell this whole story. So basically, since me and Heather have been together for 7 years, it's been our Christmas tradition where we go up to London and we buy decorations for the tree, like a special one.
Sorry, mate, can you just keep it down over there? I'm trying to do a podcast here.
And so we've done this for 7 years, and last weekend was the weekend we chose to go up London, and it was utter carnage. I have never been up London where it's been so busy. Also having a 2-year-old that doesn't want to sit in a pram. Yeah, so it was like literally I carried him for, I don't know, 8 hours, yeah, up London. We went to Hamleys, and we literally walked into Hamleys, got about 10 foot in and walked back out because it was like chest to chest fighting. It was like what's it called? Black Friday.
Black Friday, yeah.
Mate, it was nuts. Honestly, it was crazy, and people pushed chairs, and it was like carnage, mate, fighting. It was like unreal. So we literally didn't go in now, so that was a waste of time. But we went to Selfridges and we bought this decoration. Normally buy one each, like me, Heather, and then Bo picks one. Basically, it was so bloody expensive that Bo picked one. It was 28 quid. He got home, dropped it, and broke it. So the goal was that we actually continued the tradition. The end goal was it's now broken, and it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, no, I mean it was nice, to be fair. We saw the Christmas lights. Bo ran around like an absolute nutter, and he enjoyed himself. I think he slept for like 14 hours afterwards. I think, ridiculous. So that was quite nice, but it's every day's busy at the moment, isn't it? Work's busy, so children are wild. They're all getting ready for Christmas. They love it, and yeah. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, obviously it's been very busy. Obviously the lead up to Christmas and that, but also it's my birthday tomorrow. So Kerry's been going around like a blue ass fly and just trying to sort everything out. But I was surprised. But Connie, bless her, like they've gone out shopping, and I've gone to pick Connie up, and she goes, Daddy, we got you some coffee beans, because I love a coffee. But obviously that is one of my birthday presents. So she's like literally blurting out,
"Done you dirty."
It done me dirty. So I'm like, oh no, I don't think so. She goes, yeah, no, we did. We got you coffee beans because you like it for your birthday. And I'm like, no, just stop it. But
Danny used to be like
Danny's still like that.
Kenny's like that, Ahmed.
No. Yeah, to be fair, we are a bit like that. If we've got something for you, we're kind of like, you can have it now if you want.
Yeah.
Don't really do the whole waiting thing that often.
But no, Connie's been great.
I thought you only drank tea anyway.
No, no, you're the tea drinker.
I'll drink anything.
You're the tea drinker and stay up all night drinker. But yeah, no, week's been fairly good. I mean,
are you 38 tomorrow?
38 tomorrow, yeah. 86 boy, fist bump. Not you, Mark Wright. Wanna be? Mark Wright's actually our age then.
Mark Wright's our age, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Wright's more relevant for us than what you are. You're the baby.
I'm Josh Wright's. His younger brother, isn't it?
He was a footballer as well.
He was, yeah.
Did he play for Southend, I want to say?
No, he played higher than that. He played like
Josh
Millwall and
Peterborough.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think
going off on tangent, did you watch the TV show with Mark Wright and his dad?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
No, I didn't.
That was low key brilliant.
Yeah.
Keep talking about it. I've not seen it, so enlighten me.
It's actually quite nice to see. So
basically, obviously with a son and dad sort of relative kind of.
Basically, ultimately, what happened was that obviously Mark has had a busy career, and so has Josh, which is the younger brother, and I think they came. Their dad was successful, and they went through some hard times and stuff, and then basically through work and stuff, they've grown apart. As you do, as you get older, you sort of you have your own family's own interests and all that sort of stuff, and basically they sort of did a series when they went away and did different things with their dad and sort of took their dad out of their comfort zone, because as he's getting older, he's sort of stopping not doing stuff as much as he used to, and basically, they have a Beano, basically. Right, okay. do crazy stuff together, like skydiving and all this sort of stuff. And it was just nice. It was just nice to see that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always reconnect and have a laugh and a joke, and it's the worries that you have and being open and having them conversations. It's just nice to see. I think it's really what everyone does, but sort of don't get the chance to necessarily do. Like, I would love to do that with my old man. Like,
of course.
We went away to Krakow with my old man, and it was epic. Like, it was like 4 or 5 days, and it was like seeing the old man in a different light, and it was just nice to see him and chill and just giggle. Do you know what I mean? And it's something that everyone should have the opportunity to do. It's nice that even at that level.
What channel's it on?
Oh, I can't remember. This was like a couple of years ago. It's definitely worth a watch.
Well, it might be on ITV.
I think Jack Whitehall as well. He's done something similar only with his old man.
Yeah, I think that's a bit set up though. I think
that was a bit more. Yeah, so the one that we watched was a bit more circumstantial. They set up a situation.
I like the Bradley Walsh one, Bradley and Barney.
I haven't seen that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's similar. Similar, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Cal, because it was quite good. I don't know if you spoke about it because I was looking around the restaurant, but
Checking to see where the food was.
I was hungry. But,
He's got the munchies.
But his brother hadn't long retired. Did you talk about that?
Yeah, no, it was come to the end of his career, wasn't it? Yeah,
and
no, I didn't mention that.
So like, I thought it was quite good because it was kind of like also like a mental health rehab for his brother as much as it was for his dad, because his dad got ill during the COVID thing or something like that, and he wasn't himself and he wasn't going out as much, was he?
No, he had a health scare, yeah.
But then also his brother was at the end of his football career and he was struggling as well. And so it was quite a good sort of mental health check-in for all of them. So even though you got the comedy of it, there was actually something I think quite profound about watching it. And I've got to be honest, I'm not like a Mark Wright fanboy or anything like that. I don't really care about.
Regardless of it is what they're doing in that time, I mean, you can relate to it.
Yeah, it was more that you could empathise, or you felt empathy for the story because you got it. Everyone wants to have a better relationship with their parents. Everyone wants to feel like they can help support their siblings or whatever. So I think it was a very relatable story, even if you're not investing in them as people themselves. So I highly recommend it. It's really good to watch.
Also, I think it's when me and Rob both got boys, and it's that sort of like. I mean, I'd love to do that with both. Like, I mean, at any age, but you know, as an older man, to still be able to connect with your son, I can imagine that being like,
yeah, of course.
You know, the ultimate goal. You know, especially as you feel like you might be getting older, and you know, and they got their own family, they don't want you as much anymore, or they, you know, that the alliance is gone or whatever. But it's special. It's again, it's memories, isn't it? I suppose. You know, for them boys, that's going to be something that they'll always remember. And it wasn't almost. I'm jealous of is that they recorded it, but you know, at some point they can watch that back at any time and and reminisce and that and laugh and giggle and the stories behind the scenes as well, I guess. But yeah, it's special. That's a fantastic show. Fantastic show.
And that sound is us just finishing our dinners.
That sound is Adam's butt cheeks.
You've been waiting to say that all night.
No, it's just I'm not that. I just didn't want to partake in that particular part. Yeah. But
it makes it work. You're still eating.
Yeah, this hot lemon napkin is tasty.
I'm feeling very satisfied. I enjoyed my dinner very much.
What do you have, Rob?
Yes, please, another one. Yeah. I enjoyed. Cinnamon tree, great food. I had mushroom rice, some broccoli bhaji.
We are actually telling people what we've eaten.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought.
Yeah, we got.
Adam told me how to do it. He's a director.
Oh lordy.
He's a producer.
What did you have, Callum?
Chana masala and naan bread. It was very good.
What did you have, Callum?
I had, was it lamb or beef samosa?
You tell me, mate.
It's a samosa. Yeah, I had Rogan Josh.
Was that chicken or lamb?
Chicken.
Yeah,
and a garlic naan.
Nice.
Fabulous, guys. Come down, order it, taste it. Let us know what you feel. Yeah.
Feel?
Think. Yeah.
I feel full.
Callum,
DM us, please.
Callum is partially in a food coma / 2 beers in, so.
I thought no, because we had this chat off here, and I actually think when you're having the chat, I think it's a joke, and then it actually comes to fruition when you're on it. I was like, oh, we actually are talking about this. Oh. Come on in, Adam. Tell us about what you've had.
I had a salad.
Oh. Adam over-ordered and didn't eat any of it.
No, I did. I had a lamb pasanda, keema naan. I didn't have any rice this time. It's a bit surprising. Sagaloo. But you ordered a starter, so I felt obliged to have a starter as well. So I got a prawn puree.
So what did you think, Smithy? Was it any good?
Smithy? I didn't share it with no one.
You're already thinking about my boner, aren't you?
No, it was nice, very nice. If anyone's in Halstead High Street in Essex, definitely come to the Cinnamon Tree.
And you'll see 3 Wallies sitting there having a podcast.
Yeah, you'll see 2 Wallies and a Mark Wright.
a very poor Mark Wright who said that.
Yeah, so the manager come up to us and he said hello, and Azir, very nice chap from Aldgate. Yeah, he's really good, really nice. Recommend it. Yeah. Talking to managers, let's talk about the topic.
Hold on, Rob.
That was the smoothest and funny segue.
It's not his first rodeo. This is.
Well, you would know about rodeos, wouldn't you?
Can we just have a moment for Adam saying the Tottenham manager's name, please?
Ange Postecoglou. Big Ange. Sorry, it's actually pronounced Ange Postecoglou by the sounds of it.
That's out of order. That's just who he is, mate.
Well, it seems like we're going to talk about Spurs. I don't like talking about Spurs. You guys definitely don't like talking about Spurs unless it's for our benefit. And at the moment, West Ham are just 2 points behind Tottenham, and we're having a crap season. So, if we're only 2 points behind Spurs, then there must be something wrong going at Spurs. So, what's your thoughts on Ange at the wheel at Spurs this season?
Well, I mean, at the moment, they're currently losing to Rangers 1-0. I know that that Tottenham tend to come on late. And
that's what she said.
Well, and they could tend to. Tottenham could still win.
Sorry. The lad banter tonight is on flames.
No, you are on flames.
I'm drunk.
I'm food drunk. That's what I am.
But they're losing currently to Rangers as well, so we might have time for a new segment, and we can call it "Let's All Laugh at Tottenham."
The thing is, we could laugh at every club at the moment.
But, everyone seems to be having a bit of a rough time about it at the moment. It's like Liverpool,
yeah.
But
their time will come.
I really hope it does, because
the slot machine must break at some point.
I can't bear to be 9 points behind, and they've got a game in hand as well. Oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, Tottenham just seem to be falling off the edge of a cliff, don't they? They haven't been very good. They always seem to be okay going forward, and they always look dangerous going forward, but every time there's a break, and teams know what to do now. They play the low block, they absorb the pressure. As soon as there's an opportunity, they break, and Tottenham look vulnerable every single time. It doesn't matter whether they've got Van der Ven there or not, right? And
he's a good player.
I don't dislike
one of the most pacey defenders, centre halves in the league, isn't he?
Yeah, but that don't mean they need him, because he's the only one who can get back in time. They are so bad defensively.
Yeah.
If I was Van der Ven, I'd be like, why did I come in? You've got liability.
That's a question. I've asked him anyway.
You've got the liability in Romero. Udogie, is it Udogie?
Yeah. Destiny.
Yeah, there's just
you are my destiny.
There's just nothing there, is there? They're so bad defensively.
Do you know what I think? My opinion. Do you know what I think their mentality is? It's almost like they're trying to be the Real Madrid of the Premier League, where they do. Let's be honest, they do decent going forward. Yeah, where it's almost like we're scoring more goals than you, and they just can't. And that's the impression that I get. They're trying to have that all-out attack and that fluid football going forward, and as you say, they haven't got a defence there to be able to almost just break it up early.
They're too gung-ho, aren't they?
And it's the Real Madrid of the 90s, but they're getting found out, and they can't outscore other teams.
And the other thing is, they haven't. If you look at Arsenal, it's an easy comparison to make, but if you look at Arsenal have dual monsters, right? They have Declan Rice, he'll beat you in a one-on-one. You have Marino, who'll beat you in a one-on-one. If anyone's going to win,
Gabriel and Saliba beat you in the air, and
exactly. Yeah. But you can't beat them on the floor or in the air, right? In Tottenham, you can just walk past them.
Well,
there's just nothing.
Yeah, they walked past West Ham a couple of months ago.
Well, no, fair enough. But West Ham were there to be beaten a couple of months ago as well. But
the only fight we had that game was Kudus getting sent off and punching 4 players in the face.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. I just think, and it looks like the fans are starting to turn on him as well, because they were booing him after the match, and there was afters, wasn't there? Like he gave them some afters as well.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, I think
he was getting stick at Bournemouth, wasn't it? That was the conflict, wasn't it? He actually went up to the fans and went, "Oh, what, you moaning at me? Like, what? Me? Like, you having a go at me?" And they're like, "Yeah, you." He's like, "Oh, okay." He just accepted it.
Well, I just think
thumbs up and then walked away. But
it's just once the fans turn, you've got to be in a bit of trouble, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he could be on borrowed time. I don't.
I've not personally rated him. I think he was a feel good appointment because in interviews I said this to Sam, didn't I, when it was this time last year, and I just went, he's like, mate this, mate that, he wants to be everyone's mate, and it's like, mate, do a better job. Like, I don't think he's that good. He got away with it with Celtic because it was a 2-horse race.
So if he doesn't do a better job, he'll be in checkmate, won't he? And he'll be out of a job.
Very good. Very good. What score out of 10 on that pun, Cal?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was listening to the other boys over there, in the football lads over there. I was like, what's that?
I made a very clever joke, don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough. So the boat is being rocked at Spurs at the minute, and there's, I've spoken to a couple of Spurs fans, and they've actually said that they just wanting to go. They're criticising.
Who do they get in?
And this is the question. So obviously, being a West Ham fan, and we're in the same sort of position with our coach, there's a lot of names there that we've got mutual links with. Graham Potter. Could he come in either at Spurs or either at West Ham?
Being a fan of football, I would love to see Eric Ten Hag get the job at Spurs.
The thing is, he almost had the job at Spurs, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, because he was linked years ago with going, but he went to Man United. Yeah. So again, that wouldn't surprise me. No, I don't think so. I think
he'd probably win the trophy.
Yeah, it probably would do. The thing is, he's the only manager that has done outside Pep, isn't he? So, but I can see that happening. I can see Ten Hag going to Spurs. He fits their club pro model and stuff with youth players, and they don't go out and buy the best players, which I think is what he struggled with, isn't it? Because he's bought the best players and they've not delivered, whereas he could probably get the best out of an average player, which is what he done at Ajax. Overachieved, didn't he?
I think you're probably right there. I mean, the thing is though, you can't say they don't buy expensive players anymore, because they have spent a lot of money on
they have.
Brennan Johnson.
They have.
And by the way, Brennan Johnson's having a great season. But I didn't realise they spent as much as they had on Brennan Johnson either.
Yeah, it was like 40 million quid.
And then also
James Maddison the season before that. That was another 65 million quid on a striker.
And he's not doing enough yet for that, really, is he?
No. But
I'd say Kai Havertz has done as much.
How many number 9s out there? It's down to a desaturation of number 9s in European football, isn't it? Because there's not many around, and he's the only one that was scoring outside of Kane.
To be fair, to go off to tangents, I know we're talking about managers, but that's why I don't get all of the Arsenal hate, because there's a section of the Arsenal fan base who are like very frustrated with Arteta for not buying the right players or whatever. And I get it, like, you want a finisher in the team. Jesus isn't a finisher. Kai Havertz isn't a true 9. But I don't think you can blame him for that. He's just done the job that he's been asked to do, and he's done a pretty good job of it. But in terms of like availability, sure, you can go and spend ridiculous money on Isak. Just go and spend the money on Isak. But that's such short-term thinking. Like, Arsenal still have to.
I think there's a lot of players out there you can get for half the price and probably get the same end product.
Yeah,
personally.
I think so too. I'm actually not all in on the Isak thing. I'd be quite happy with the Eucharist links.
But again, I think you can get someone after the price of him and offer the same level.
Who do you reckon then?
Well, you're looking at Vlahovic at Juventus. He probably cost the same amount as Gyökeres, if I'm completely honest. But the thing is, you just need to dip in and just go into your scouting network.
I do think Arsenal will buy someone in January.
You could get Evan Ferguson on loan. Evan Ferguson, he was like £70 million rated at Brighton and can't get a game because he's had injuries. He can't get in the team. João Pedro's
been great,
but if you've got Evan Ferguson on loan, that'd be a massive signing.
He's been doing it, has he? You want someone who's just going to come in and
but he's 21 years old.
I thought you might as well just stick with Kai Havertz. You want someone who's just
you could do. But if you had Evan Ferguson on loan with a view to purchase him, but for 6 months seeing you out the season, you've got someone like that who knows it. I think he's probably the nearest thing to Harry Kane.
No, I'm with you. I'm definitely in on Arsenal buying Ferguson, and I was 2 years ago. But I also think that I get it, but I also want someone who is right now, who's going to win the league right now, and I'm not like a fussy Arsenal fan. I'm not going to be like rioting if we don't win the league this year. But at the same time, we have done that part of our build.
Yeah.
And so to complete that jigsaw piece, I kind of feel like we should be buying the now person. Vlahovic, Gyökeres, someone who's going to come in and be like, I can score 15 goals between now and August, May. Whereas Evan Ferguson, you're like, we are going to commit to you over the next 5 years.
What if Ollie Watkins was available?
I mean, he might be because there's more likeliness that he could be, because if Aston Villa go the Duran route, then Watkins could be available. I just don't think that he would be worth the money for someone who's nearly 30. Is he 29?
29.
Like, they're going to want 70 million for him. And again, you could
I think you could probably get them a lot cheaper than that. I reckon 40 you could probably get.
I don't think we get him anywhere near 40. I think 40 million that is a fantasy. I just don't see that. If he was in the last year of his contract, maybe, but I just cannot see that. I just can't.
But touching back onto managers, then there's another manager that has had a lot of. Let's say not criticism, but it's probably been a bit unexpected, isn't it, in terms of Pep? I mean, winning one game in the last 7, is it? I mean, it's very alien, isn't it? And
I don't know if he's having criticism. I just think people love to see it.
I haven't seen
I think he's beyond criticism.
Yeah.
And I nobody should be, but if anyone is, it should be him. I don't think he's. I think there'll be things that he regrets, but I don't think he's under pressure. I just love to see it, and I don't actually have any strong feelings about Man City. It's only because of what Erling Haaland said to Arteta that I actually care. Otherwise, I would be enjoying that rough patch. The reality is, Arsenal fans can't really say too much, because I think we're only 2 points ahead of them.
Yeah.
Even with all that shit. So it's been nice to catch them up, but we haven't capitalised on it because we should have beat Fulham. And we didn't.
I agree. You know, it's that seeing the big dog fall at the hurdle, isn't it? It's like, the heavyweight champion being beaten by the underdogs and getting out coming. That's what it is, isn't it?
It's like seeing the end of Mike Tyson, isn't it? That sort of thing.
To use that analogy, the big dog fall on a hurdle. The hurdle is literally round 1. Like, he is falling at round 1. Like, there's still 12 rounds. He could still walk away with the triple. He could still win the triple.
Yeah, he could do.
So, like,
because I can't see Liverpool. With the schedule.
Well, he can't win the League Cup, can he? Got knocked out. He got knocked out in the League Cup, didn't they?
Yeah, but they could still win the others, couldn't they?
Yeah, because they could still win the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League if they really wanted to. I mean, they're 22nd in the Champions League at the moment. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean, you've got to be very unlucky. You've got to be very unlucky to finish at the bottom 8. I'd like to, for a big club like that. But I say big club. It's a bit harsh.
A bit harsh on the other big clubs.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going to go with this now. But do you think there's matters off the pitch that are affecting the performances on it with Man City?
Yeah, it's like all the big clubs at the moment. Injuries is a major thing for them as well as other clubs. But I mean, I know they're going to say it's not, but surely that the court case and that's got to have some sort of impact. I know Pep's also, even just Pep coming out, this is my last hoorah.
Last club he's going to go match.
Again, it's that, well, who are you going to get in then? Are they going to end up like a Man United where Ferguson went and then they're scrambling? Because what other manager do you get in?
But I also think with that as right, he's signed for another 2 years, hasn't he? Right. So he gets another 2 windows.
Well, it's a year plus an optional year.
Well, hang on. So let me add to that then. So realistically, then he gets maybe January and September windows. After that, it's somebody else's build.
Yeah.
So if you're looking around, I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is nearly done, Kyle Walker's nearly done, John Stones is getting older, Rodri's getting older, and he's getting injured. That's a long injury, and God knows what he's going to come back to. Hopefully he comes back as the footballer that he was, because he's a wonderful footballer, and it shows how badly Man City miss him. But these players are getting older, and he's brought in people like Savinho and is it Matteo Nunes?
Yeah, from Wolves, yeah.
Like, he's brought in players, but they're not better than what they had.
Yeah, it's hard to get better. Yeah, they got the world class after world class after world class.
I know, but let me quantify it. What I mean is that if you're looking around, if you're Erling Haaland's destiny is Real Madrid, right? In the same way that there are some
Saliba.
The thing is, he's completed football at club, and he's only 24 years age, isn't he?
But this is what I'm trying to say.
He ain't. Like you say, he's completed. No, he ain't.
He's won everything he could possibly win domestically and European-wise, hasn't he?
You completed. Like, it doesn't mean you completed.
I think he's driven enough to go and want to go again. But what I'm trying to say is that when you start looking around at that Man City team, that's somebody else's build now, really. If he's only signed for another 2 years, that's what I think anyway.
Can I ask you a question? It actually makes me quite sad to even say it. Is it setting up for Arteta to do 2 more years at Arsenal and then shift over to Man City?
No, because I don't think he wants to manage the league too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I also think that Arteta would like to manage Barcelona.
I think PSG might be an option.
As well.
Yeah, like it's one of his form. Might even go back to Rangers. Might even fancy tackling that.
I think that's going to be the end of his career.
That's some time. Not to be horrible to the Scottish league, but that's some time to play.
Yeah, but the reason why I mentioned like the off-field thing is that apparently, according to reports, is that the 115 charges verdict has happened now, and we won't know anything until end of January. But apparently, the charges went from 115 to 130. So they found
they went as high as 150 as well, didn't they?
Yeah, something. I think 130 was announced, wasn't it? So maybe there's something in that verdict, and that might be rocking the boat at Man City for them underperforming. So it's
I mean, because you would suspect they would probably know something, but I think they're in bad shape.
Yeah, are they preparing for a points deduction? Are they preparing for potential relegation?
Or have the players heard that there's a points deduction going? It's almost like, well, this season's finished anyway.
Well, it's nice to know that they're putting the point. They're doing the voluntary points deduction on their own behalf before they get sentenced. So,
I mean, but that's crazy. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? So that's spoke about Pep.
So has your I don't really want to talk about Lopetegui, if I'm honest, but I think we have to, don't we? I mean, a little mention there, like obviously get well soon, Antonio. Horrible incident that happened on Saturday. We all feared the worst, but thankfully everything's all okay now.
I mean,
so
I'm really glad.
Not all okay, but he's on the road to recovery in the best way.
Anything is okay than what could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
The pictures.
Yeah.
Anything that involves him being alive is a massive thing. And also we were talking about this off air, but we were talking about how when you look at Antonio and what he represents.
Oh yeah, he's for me like a lot of
top goal scorer in the Premier League.
For me as a West Ham fan, personally, he's legend status.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So like when you look at if you look at the goals that he's scored, and then the fact that he's won a trophy. By Arsenal comparison, we're looking at like an Henry really, because he's the most prolific striker.
Yeah, in context,
the trophies. Yeah. I know that they're different players with very different careers, but in terms of the levels they achieve for their clubs, that's the only comparison I could make really, because he's up there.
Yeah.
In the same way that Henry is up there.
Yeah.
There's no better striker that you've had. You could talk about your cult heroes like Defender
and that's the thing. We bought
Carlton
Cole.
Carlton Cole, yeah, mate. I think he's
Mark Noble.
Yeah, no, these are legends. But what I mean is, Carlton Cole didn't win nothing.
No.
And I'm talking about like
Cole would never fall. Like, I love Carlton Cole, but he'd never fall in the legend status for me. Someone that legend status is you've brought silverware back to Upton Park to Newham. You know, like it's that sort of level. So like for me, Bowen, he's a legend already. Declan Rice, legend. Antonio, he falls in that bracket. But the thing is with Antonio, we was initially brought in as a right back, and he's had to play about 7 positions to actually find his feet at the club. You know,
he's literally Colo Torre in reverse. Colo Torre was signed as like an attacking winger, I think, and done himself at right back and then at centre back.
Yeah, very much. But like you think of the records that he's broken, like he's West Ham's all-time Premier League goal scorer. Scored in the last game at Bowling. Scored the first Premier League game at London Stadium. He scored the first goal scorer at the the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and their first loss.
Also has very memorable goal celebrations.
Yeah, yeah, and there's that. But he's also won a trophy and something that I've not seen in my entire lifetime. But and I'm thankful for that. And then he contributed to that. So
yeah, absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah, so but like I say, I hope he gets better. Hopefully, he can get on the pitch for a cameo appearance in this time next year. But all he's got to do now is just focus on getting on the road to recovery. Otherwise, that's never going to happen. But he's served almost 10 years at the club as well. We bought it for something like £7 million.
What a player and what an investment.
Yeah. So obviously that game on Monday night was kind of steered towards.
You could kind of playing for quite an emotional game.
Yeah, playing for Mickey and stuff like that. But by the sounds of it, they had a team talk by Mickey by video call, so it was all in good spirits anyway. So that was quite positive to find that out.
And hopefully his mental welfare is as positive as his physical. I know that he's still got the injuries, but it could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mental well-being will be.
Yeah, he was on the Rest Is Football podcast with Lineker and Mika Richards, and basically he just opened up like his mental health and that, and it's recently about 2 weeks ago. Okay. Like it's good timing really, but he let's say he lost his dad through COVID. He went through a divorce. And even pictures, like when you look back now, he was on his own on the pitch in that Conference League final around his kids. Everyone else is like jumping and celebrating in front of the crowd. He's there sitting in the pitch on the middle of the pitch, suffering mentally. He's mentally suffering. He even admitted he went out and he didn't even go out and celebrate. He just went back to the hotel room and went asleep, and like you could tell he was in a bad way, like mentally. But hopefully he's in a much better place now, like mentally. Physically he's still got a lot of work to do, but mentally, yeah, like I say, he's a great character. And, love Mickey to bits. But the game on Monday, it was El Sacchio round 3.
He seems to keep hanging on, doesn't he?
Yeah, it reminds me so much of Moyes, because if it was always like a must-win game, Moyes would always put it out of the bag and buy himself another 3 games, and then that's why it was always. Every game was like the last game for him in his head, so that's why we kind of done well. But Lopetegui, he done well. I didn't think we played particularly too well, but
who was it? Sorry,
Wolves we played.
Oh, that's right, yeah, Wolves. Yeah.
And that was his old club. I think there was a bit of extra motivation for him for the club not backing him financially in transfers.
Yeah, that's why he left, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he walked away, and then he's got into the West Ham job. But
got a feel for Gary O'Neill though, by the way.
Well, he got given an extended stay. He come out and said like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, you're selling my striker, you're selling my defender. You've earned £100 million, and I've bought a striker for like £9 million. Like, so like he's expecting an income's coming, but I think he's doing a good job at Wolves. Really, I think the results ain't gone their way. VAR's their biggest enemy, and again, like proved against West Ham. So they rightfully should have had 2 penalties. The corner that we had for leading up the first goal was never a corner. So it's lots of things like that gone against them. But in terms of Lopetegui, we're talking about the manager status. He's staying. He's going to stay for the Bournemouth game at the very least. He's got to be very unlucky to.
Bournemouth have been good this year.
I said that though, didn't I?
Yeah,
Iriola,
Arsenal and City.
Iriola and Spurs. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Everyone speaks Spurs, apart from West Ham. But I think I've always not been his biggest fan, Lopetegui, but
he's not a bad manager.
I hope he turns it around. Like when you look at the potential replacements like Graham Potter, it's like then you got Edin Terzic, and again it's like really, and the replacements that have been put up there because they're free agents are not. They want to get rid of us now. It's just turned lights off in the restaurant. They're like, go on, go.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
But I don't think. I forgot. I've lost my train of thought now. The lights have gone off, and so has my brain.
Basically, who are you going to get in?
That's it. I don't think the replacements lined up are better than what we've got. So I hope Lopetegui turns it around. The only way we replace him is if we go out and we put our balls on the table and go and get someone else's manager. Go out and get Michael Carrick from Middlesbrough. Go out and get Will Steele from RC Lens. Go out and get Abel Ferreira from Palmeiras. That's the only way we're going to progress, is going out there and showing how massive of a club we are.
Available, isn't it? I think that's the problem.
Yeah, and that's always been that's the reason why we got Lopetegui in the first place, because he was a free agent. He held off jobs because he wanted West Ham or Crystal Palace, and West Ham come calling. So yeah, I hope he turns it around, just because I think there's more stability in him retaining his job than getting someone else in to rebuild it again, you know. Got to give him a chance to do it, but yeah. So our Arsenal at the weekend.
Arsenal have got Everton, I believe.
Or how was they at the weekend?
How was they? And let's do how was they, and then we'll go to your predictions.
I was working when the game was on, but we drew and we had a last minute winner chalked off by VAR. Obviously disappointed, because I said that Arsenal should be looking for a minimum of 18 points over the Christmas period. So now hopefully I'm going to have to settle for 16. I'm not saying that because I'm being like Billy Big Bollocks, but Arsenal should be looking for at least 16 points now. The only thing that softens the blow, if you can soften the blow, is that Arsenal are 1 point better than they were last year against Fulham, because they lost to Fulham in December last year, and at least now we took something off them in December this year. But yeah, I mean, with Liverpool missing a game because of the weather, Arsenal should really have won that game and got the points.
Yeah, it was a terrible storm, wasn't it, last week?
Yeah, it was a terrible storm, but it's a storm on the.
Mate, I had to go and pick Buddy up from out the sky. he's made him fly over the park.
Yeah,
there must have been some bloody storm for him to do that.
There's some rugby player, didn't he? Like ex-rugby player or something.
I did hear that. Yeah, he went missing, didn't
He
he?
was missing the storm. Tried to drive. I'm sure I got this right.
Yeah,
Tried to cross something, or basically got swept away, and they haven't found him since. They assume that he's passed. Yeah, awful.
Yeah, storm.
The storm.
Yeah.
his car got taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what I read. That he went.
Well, yeah, and obviously Antonio's accident was storm related in that part of Faden Boys as well. So like the storm does.
I was driving from
Storm Darragh, I think it was.
I was driving from Wolverhampton to Lincoln to stay in the hotel because I was working in Lincoln on Sunday. And oh my word,
Beautiful sausages.
Hello?
Beautiful sausages.
Vegetarians.
Oh, wasted.
But I mean the wind. I mean you could feel it in the car. Like taking the car. It's scary.
I'm so glad I was in the big car, because the Fiat would have been pushed all over.
Oh mate, yeah.
Honestly.
Actually, low to ground, it might have been more beneficial.
No, but all jokes aside, it's scary.
Yeah.
I know the game was postponed, but I hope. I know being selfish now, but hopefully that will be, build up the fixtures for them, and they have a few losses. I know it's a bit selfish, but I think.
But we should have been beating them.
Yeah, we should have been for them. Yeah, we weren't good enough. I think we was a bit of a lull, and we didn't really turn up. But then again, I think Fulham had some very ex-Arsenal players. Yeah, there's lots of things, isn't it? And
Do you reckon there was a kit clash?
No.
Oh, this is the bit that worries me. There's you got Fulham in a white shirt, black shorts, and you had Arsenal. I was Spurs then. Sorry. You had Arsenal in a light blue shirt, navy shorts, and I'm like, there's not much difference in that.
No, I don't think so. No. I think they know where they're passing to. Arsenal are so well drilled; they know where their players are. I just think it's disappointing. Really, I think we should have won the game. But and maybe we should have done. And our dad is adamant that VAR was wrong, but c'est la vie. We should have beaten. We didn't, and now we might have to suffer that because Liverpool have got a game in hand, and they should have still 7 points ahead or whatever it is.
Yeah. So you got the weekend then?
Everton.
Yeah.
Everton at home.
Oh, that's right. I see Dyche done a press conference, didn't he? He said that Arsenal are just impossible to beat or something like that. He's already admitted.
We'll either win 4-0 or we're going to lose 1-0. That's what's going to happen.
I can see you drawing it because I can see there's going to be that extra, that stubbornness with a Dyche side, isn't it? And you always get a stubbornness with
we're
it.
pretty good against Everton. Over history, we have had.
And we're at home. I think that's always beneficial. I think we haven't lost a game at home yet, have we? In this this year, this calendar year, or is it? Or is it
No, I don't think
season?
you have lost, have you?
I think I'd be captaining Saka this weekend.
Yeah, there is
I feel
that.
like Big Gabs might be back as well.
I've got a feeling Calvert-Lewin will pop up though.
Yeah, 4-1. I mean, 4-1 is.
Is that your score prediction? 4-1.
No, my. Do you know, it might be because when Arsenal won the league in 97, 98.
Tony Adams.
Tony Adams over the top.
Yeah.
And would you believe it?
And the,
It's a 4-1.
the Everton shirt with the white and yellow band around the stomach, and their sponsor was 1-1.
I think it was 90. It was either
That's
96,
sad,
97 or 97, 98. It might be 96, 97. And Seabold puts the ball over my favourite Arsenal goal.
And he's standing there.
That's a moment in football, isn't it? You talk about moments in football. That's like
That's my moment.
That's a recovery moment for Adams though, isn't it? Because he was struggling a lot at the time, wasn't he? And I think he was still playing. He scored that goal, and it was like massive weight lifted off his shoulders, wasn't it?
That's also he was
That's
in
my
recovery,
favourite.
wasn't he? Just
Yeah, that's
come
what I
out of
mean.
recovery.
Yeah.
That's my favourite moment in football.
Yeah. So 4-1.
I'm going to go for 1.
I reckon 3-1.
I'll go 2-1. Everton. No, 2-1 Arsenal.
The thing is, it's hard to predict Arsenal losing games. That's
True. That is true.
And there's some games where I think they could lose, and I think I just can't. Although they lose games, like losing to Bournemouth, I knew it was going to be a close game, but I still expected us to beat them.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
Yeah.
Who have West Ham got?
So West Ham have got another Monday night kick-off at Bournemouth.
Oh, that's wrong.
So, but Monday nights have been good to West Ham.
They have had
Monday nights have been good to West Ham. I'll tell you for why. The past 9 Monday night games, West Ham have not lost a single one, and they have won 8.
Who was the draw?
I don't know. This is what I've just been told, but apparently statistically, West Ham on Monday nights, that's their night by the sounds of it. So they're going to lose at the weekend. They're going
Sunday, mate, is it?
No, well they don't. They haven't pissed my weekend off the past couple of times. So so I've been quite thankful for that. I couldn't actually enjoy my weekend without a West Ham loss, but. No, Bournemouth, again, big fan of Bournemouth, big fan of Iriola.
They're really good, aren't they? And do you know what?
I like their recruitment. Any player
Even Nielsen looks all right, doesn't he?
I like Even Nielsen.
He looks all right.
Yeah, Porto, isn't
He
he?
hasn't quite had his luck of the green yet, but he looks all right, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do like him a
Because I
lot.
looked at him as an FBO option. I went, nah, he's not dangerous
Well,
enough yet.
the guy that there's 2
I've got
people.
some menu though.
There's 3 guys. One of them you just mentioned, Semenyo, Patrick Kluivert. Patrick Kluivert's son,
Yeah.
Justin. Again, fantastic player. I think he's still only 24 years of age, and he's been at Roma, he's been at Ajax, he's been at Red Bull Salzburg, Leipzig even. He's just very, very good. Kirkes as well. Kirkes. I was aware of Kirkes when West Ham beat AZ Alkmaar in the Conference League semi-final. A fantastic Hungarian left-back, young. I think he was about 18, 19 at the time. I think we were linked with him around that time we played him. And when I found out he went to Bournemouth that summer, I was like, mate, that is a ridiculous signing. Ridiculous. And they got a fantastic young coach in Iriola. They got from Rav Vallecano. I think he was the replacement to Scott Parker. So I think Scott Parker walked away, and then I think, was it Scott Parker or was it Gary O'Neill? Either or, he come in and replaced.
It might have been Gary O'Neill.
Yeah,
Gary O'Neill came in after Scott
He
Parker.
replaced one of them. Again, he was listed as one of the top 10 young coaches under 35, and he was fantastic. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I think a loss is probably on the cards. But we'll lose it like 1-0 or 2-1 or something.
Is that? Do you think that's enough to get the tin sack?
No, I don't think it is, because I think he's got a stay of execution now. If anything, it will be leading up to the Southampton games. We've got Bournemouth, then we've got Brighton. Again, great side under a younger coach as well. And then you lose those 2 games, and you think, right, okay, El Sacchio 4.0, Southampton Boxing Day. Southampton look shit. They look so bad. They look bad, and I can just see us beating Southampton, and then he gets another 3 games. So that's why I'm hopeful Lopetegui turns it around, because I just can't endure the club's philosophy of can't you see this isn't working? You need to make a change now. You need to get the right person in now, but you won't do that. So I just hope Lopetegui turns it around for the right reason.
You say that, but who do you get in? This is, I know that it's all right you go and get the right person in, but who is the right person? Potentially is this bloke the right person? Just got to give him a chance.
Yeah, but I think there's a lack of foresight in the fact that he's only been given a 2-year deal with an optional third if we get European football. So it's like, I've raised this a number of times. Like 2026 seems to be a year that West Ham are looking out for. It'd be 10 years since we left Upton Park to go to the London Stage. So we would have been at London Stage for 10 years. There's full control of the stadium coming up. There's a new kit deal, there's new sponsorship, there's a potential new manager coming in, new investors coming in because all the probate shares will be up. It's just a lot of it is gearing towards that year, and I just think, why are you holding off for 18 months' time when we could be in a position that could completely ruin all that? We could be in a relegation battle next season. If we get relegated, that 2026 golden year or golden part of the club could not exist. So they need to make a decision now. But put your money where your mouth is, sort of. Actually, I'll tell you what come out today. If Jose Mourinho, I'm not saying he's not everyone's cup of tea.
Do you know how weird is that? Do you know what, when we were talking earlier, in my head I was thinking, I wonder if they go for Jose. Honestly, I swear to God, no word of lie. You two were talking, I was going Jose Mourinho.
Yeah,
in my head I was going Jose.
And isn't it funny that he's come out and said if he wanted to come back to the Premier League or whatever, he wanted to manage a smaller club than what he's used to. So like West Ham would probably fall within that bracket. I know he jokes and said Millwall, so he could cross the bridge from his house to get to this club or whatever. But he come out today that his release clause at Fenerbahce is £5 million.
That's nothing, is it, to get Jose Mourinho?
Exactly my point. If West Ham are willing to spend £18 million,
that's like one home game in revenue, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. West Ham don't get the revenue, do they?
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
But you think if West Ham are willing to spend £22 million on a 31-year-old number 9 striker who's been injured for 4 months, or £18 million on an 18-year-old Brazilian,
please suit Jose Mourinho.
Exactly. So. Does he tick us over? He's a 3-year manager anyway, isn't he? But what a 3-year manager he would be. He's a massive upgrade on anything that we've ever had. Anything we've ever had.
And also, do you know what? He'd make West Ham harder to beat.
Yeah, and he'd make us win a trophy as well.
He'd also make you interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know not being horrible.
No, yeah.
As a manager, like, people tune in to watch. People want to know.
Exactly
Yeah, because
that.
you're right. Because Jose Mourinho is money, and what I mean by that is he's showtime.
I miss him.
He's showtime. And you're right. I'm with you, Cal. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want him anywhere near Arsenal, but I'd have him at any team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Apart from
Chelsea.
Oh, can you imagine him going back?
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't get him now.
Third time round, and then win the Champions League.
No, they're doing too well in the rest.
Something he's never done at Chelsea.
They're doing too well in the rest, aren't they?
Yeah, but again, that's where I stand with it. I'm in the camp now.
What is the odds on that? That would be interesting to get him in.
Mourinho.
In January.
You could probably find out, but in my opinion,
you carry on talking.
I think in my opinion, I think I'm in the camp of I'm hoping Lopetegui turns it around, because I want him to silence the haters, including me. I want him to silence the media. I want the feel good factors to come back to the club, and I think he's the first option. 25 to 1, Jose Mourinho.
That's not even that much.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, it's not really in the odds.
No.
Like you think like Arsenal win the league a couple of years ago was like 100 to 1 or whatever it was.
Yeah. The sticking point would be his wages. Yeah. He'll want
6, 7, 8 million probably.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but then like
But again, what's that? We're talking about a buyout clause, 5 million.
Exactly.
It's a Premier League club now. What is that?
Exactly my point. Let's see what happens, but I'm hoping that Lopetegui turns it around, just to kind of get things back good. And the vibes need to be rebuilt, and I think it's not just him that needs to do that. So
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm more interested about the Jose stuff.
I think we all
I would love him back in the Premier League.
The thing is, it always. My dad says this. There always seems to be some sort of connection with him. like he always does like the cross dammers, or he's always praised West Ham's recruitment, or he's always praised this, he's always praised the fans, and I'm like, that's a bit weird. It's a bit weird that he's commenting on us too much, but I don't know. My dad's the one that's highlighted that. But prediction: what do you think? West Ham, Bournemouth, or Bournemouth, West Ham even?
I think Bournemouth will win 2-1.
Yeah, that's what I
do think. I do think Bournemouth will win.
I think it'll be a draw. I think from Monday night, and you getting the result there, I think you're going to be on the turn. I think you're going to have a few draws and a win, and then go into losses again. But I think it'll be a draw.
Bournemouth are good, aren't they?
Bournemouth are good.
I reckon you'll suffocate them. I reckon you'll be lucky. You'll suffocate them, and you'll get a 1-1 draw.
I just don't think you're good.
And they've got Kepa as a keeper.
But he's not a bad keeper. He's just not a Chelsea keeper, is he?
Yeah.
I just think that
Was at Real Madrid last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know. I just think they're better than you. I just do.
Yeah.
Did you not play in the Champions League final?
Did Real Madrid win it last year?
Yeah.
No, did he not? Was he not goalkeeper when Havertz and?
No, he was at Real Madrid last year.
He's at Real Madrid on loan.
He won it, didn't he? They won it.
I can't even remember the Champions League final last year.
Yeah, Real Madrid won it. Bellingham won it.
Oh, that's right. It was at Wembley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was against Dortmund. That's right. Yeah, Kepa was on the squad.
Yeah.
I don't think he played. I think Courtois
wasn't he
played.
the goalkeeper when? No, it was Mendy, wasn't it? Mendy was the Chelsea goalkeeper when Chelsea won the league.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. When they beat Man City 1-0 in Porto. Yeah.
Bruno made the run that opened the pass for Havertz to come through, and
Yeah, that's a couple of years ago, isn't it?
Yeah. So chaps, how have you enjoyed your Christmas drink out?
depends. Are you paying?
Maybe.
No, it's great. I like the cinnamon tree. We've ordered from here before. Kelly and I
Yeah, we
dates
always
it.
order. Yeah.
It's a great place. So if you're ever in Halstead High Street, look out for the cinnamon tree because
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. 100%.
We always order from here.
No, we do.
Yeah. What are you saying? No, it's
Because
Well-
you're looking at me weird.
No,
We-
I always do.
you heard
order, like, a couple, like, maybe twice a month. I was like, yeah, like always. Yeah.
You've heard it here first. Mike Wright orders from the cinnamon tree in Halstead. There you go.
They do apparently. My wife always gets it. The peanut.
Shell.
Yeah. There's a peanut curry there, like a. Yeah. It is nice, but it's a bit too much for me. But yeah.
Fair enough. So you getting your penguin ice cream now, or
Nah.
no?
Are we going to get a short
You get short. Yeah, get short. Get a short.
little nightcap?
Little nightcap, little Tia Maria.
Little Baileys. Can't think of anything worse.
Christmas spirit.
Bad humbug.
Also to point out, thanks to Darren Blewett, who come on the show last week and completely opened up about his footballing career.
That was exceptional.
I mean, Callum was loving it. It was definitely up his street.
I listened to it back on the way to work, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
It was really
He's
interesting.
top bloke, Darren.
And also, we grew up. Me and Callum grew up in the area that he was talking about. So, like when he was painting the picture.
Well, you knew the same people, didn't you? Was it
Yeah.
Rob Jones or something you said, wasn't it? Rob
Yeah,
Jones?
Ray Jones.
Ray Jones.
Yeah.
Rob Jones is the Welsh player, isn't he? Welsh goalkeeper.
He would have been a.
Well, he was at QPR and unfortunately was in the car crash. And there was rumours that he was, Liverpool were interested in him. He's England
Died in a
caught
car
up in there. Yeah, and I think he scored 8 goals for QPR in his early teens and late teens, and just never reached the potential that he should have done because of a car accident. But I think he was sort of the golden boy for our era, the boys that grew up with him, and we all assumed that he would sort of hold the torch for us, and be that bloke was like, one of us made it. But unfortunately, it was he did that anyway. But it sort of cut short, which is a shame. But it's nice, that sort of afterwards we had a little chat, and it was like stuff that he did, and we were like, yeah, we know about that, and we know these people, and
Darren,
because obviously, it literally is what we say, half a mile from where we live, the White Horse pub.
So Blewett lived at the White Horse pub. We lived at the bottom of Lonsdale Avenue, and Ray Jones lived just behind the flats at the.
Well, he lived just behind
High Street South.
Yeah. So it's
quite nice.
I actually wanted to ask him because there's loads of people that I would have asked him, like, does he know these? But especially being in the football game,
Probably does, yeah.
and
He knows a lot of like grime artists and DJs as well, doesn't he? Like Rinse FM and
Oh, does he?
yeah. So again, like you know people from that side, don't you? Like that side of the industry and that. So
Yeah, I can't say names. Yeah, just in case.
yeah, can't give you a real rap name, can we?
Nah, yeah.
Listen though, if anyone knows MC Vapor and can get him on this podcast, I will sell a kidney to get MC Vapor on this podcast. So.
Or Kano. I know someone who knows Kano. Quite like his uncle or his cousin or something. But he ain't coming on here. But he's top draw. He's six boy.
Do you know what, listen, This Is England is still one of the greatest grime albums I've ever listened to. This Is England. It's amazing. Yeah. All right. Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot, guys. And you can follow us on Twitter, or X is what it's called now, at Dad's Our Job Pod. Instagram, dads.our.job. We've got loads of different aliases, but you just search us in Google, you'll find us. Yeah, and please follow, like, and subscribe, and donate to our GoFundMe page. So, yeah, help us three guys go out for another exciting Christmas drink.
That's absolutely not what it's for.
See you later, boys.
Take care. Bye. Let's go.